This is a guide to Singapore Company Secretary Service. And the agenda that I am covering in this presentation is what is a company secretary, especially in Singapore parlance. What is the legal requirement in Companies Act? Who can be the secretary? What is the secretary's role and why secretary is needed first of all? And responsibilities of the secretary. So let's have a look on these questions. And the first question is this company secretary service mandatory and what is company secretary by the way? So the word secretary is confusing to many people and they always think secretary to be something like this where somebody is assisting you in daily tasks, maybe fixing meetings, receiving telephone calls and maybe any other administrative matters. So this is what the first impression many people get. And obviously, they have a question why do they need this service at all when their company is very small or is just being incorporated? But you should not get confused by this word secretary. The role of a company secretary is more like this, which is a legal in the nature and it has been specified under the Companies Act. So it's just that the word secretary creates that confusion. But in reality, company secretary is a legal position, just like a director, auditor of a company. So moving on to the next slide then, what is the legal provision says? So the legal provision says according to section 171, 1AA of the Companies Act of Singapore, a company must appoint a company secretary within 6 months of the incorporation and registration of the company. So you are obliged to appoint a company secretary for your company within 6 months. Obviously, if you are registering it through a corporate secretarial firm, then the corporate secretarial firm will take care of appointing this on your behalf, and one of their staff will appear as a company secretary. So, moving on to the next slide, then, why do you need a company secretary and what exactly this person does in principle? So, I'll explain you here the concept of the company secretary's role. You must have heard that company is a legal person. So legal person means it is an artificial person incorporated under law. Now because it is a legal person, because it is an artificial person, this person does not have its own brain and mind. So a company cannot make or take a decision on its own because it's a virtual person. So there are two parties which are related to every company, and the first party is shareholders and the second party is directors. Now, within shareholders and directors, there can be different groups of people. In the sense, if you take shareholders, there can be shareholders who were the promoters of the company, who started the company. There can be some shareholders who joined later on as a financier or venture capital investors. There can be some other shareholders who are very minority shareholding, who might be key employees of the company. So there are three different groups in this case, and these three different groups have their own different objectives to be fulfilled through the company. Similarly, on the director side, you might notice that there are some directors who were the promoters of the company. There are some directors who are appointed by the venture capital firm, or there can be some other directors who are coming onto the director board because of some association or joint venture of the company with some other corporation. So when these multiple groups are there is bound to be some kind of disagreement, or what I can say is kind of a differences of opinion regarding the performance or operations of the company. So when shareholders incorporated the company, they have given this Singapore Company Constitution. So Constitution is a standard operating procedure for the company by which the company is supposed to operate. And now what company secretary's role is, company secretary has to always act in the interest of the company to which the company secretary is answerable. Company secretary has to always ensure that the company constitution rules and regulations have been followed properly and shareholders and directors conduct complies to that company constitution. This is what the company secretary's role is. So if I have to put it in words, typically or on an ongoing basis, what company secretary ensures is that all the activities of the company are carried out as per constitution. Procedure of decision making is properly followed on every matter which is of importance to the company. Meetings of the boards as well as shareholders are carried out as laid down in the constitution. Secretary will also maintain the minutes of the meetings. Secretary will also maintain various registers and other books of the company which are required to be maintained under the Companies Act, and secretary will certify important contracts and agreements. So I think with this, the role of the company secretary and importance of this role will be clear to you. So moving on to the next slide then, who can be the secretary of the company? So the secretary of the company must be a natural person who is resident in Singapore. So normally a Singapore citizen or a PR can become a secretary, and in some rare cases, employment pass holder can also become the secretary of the company if the employment pass is issued by the same company. If the company has a single director, then same person cannot be the secretary. Then you will have to get somebody else to act as a secretary. In case of the private limited companies, any person who complies with this requirement can become the secretary. However, in case of the public limited company, the person must be a qualified person. And a qualified person typically means a lawyer, a public accountant, a Singapore chartered accountant, a Singapore chartered secretary, a member of the Association of International Accountants, or a member of the Institute of Company Accountants in Singapore. So moving on to the next slide, how has this role changed in the current times? So now what has happened? You understood the concept of company secretary and what the company secretary's role and responsibilities are. But what has happened nowadays? There are many companies which are very small in size. So even a one person, if he wants to do some business, he will register a company. This is because forming a company has become now quite easy. So 20 years back, if you were to register a company in Singapore, you will have to go to the company's house, queue there, then get the documents, sign it manually. So it was a cumbersome process. And compared to that, today on Accra BizFile, you can do this process in maybe 1 hour's time. Also, many companies are very small in the sense they are generally formed by 1 or 2 friends or relatives, and whatever their matters are, those are managed within that family or that specific person. Also, many of the corporate secretarial providers use various softwares to keep tab on deadlines. So the scope of the work of a company secretary, especially in private limited companies, which are small in size, has reduced significantly, and it is more restricted now about reminding various deadlines and maybe filing annual return and occasionally doing other transactions like change in the appointment of officers, change in the shareholding, additional issue of shares, and so on. So as such, the role has reduced and the cost has also reduced to a great extent. So today you can get company secretary service maybe around $500-600 per year, and all other things are being taken care of. Obviously, if you want to do any extra transaction like issue of shares or change in the appointment of directors, then those services are typically charged on a case to case basis. So company secretary in summary is a legal position in the company, and secretary has important tasks to do. I hope the role of the company secretary is clear to you from this guide.
Thank you for watching this video. This video was brought to you by Epica Consulting Singapore. Subscribe to our channel today to get notified when new videos are posted.